Thank you, Fred. Now here we have the My Library interface running Gateway on Gateway. What we have in this interface is a whole bunch of top-level buttons that we call sections, and each one corresponds to one of our healthcare applications, going all the way from hospital operations, ambulatory operations, all the way to general ledger advisor. If we pick one of these applications, hospital operations, we get a set of what we call shelves, and these are a set of pages. Each one of these horizontal items is a shelf, and these are related pages. The operations shelf here is a series of dashboards, and here we can pick the outcomes dashboard, and this shows, as Fred mentioned, a set of charts that are related and can display values from a historical standpoint. Now, all we need to do to get back to the My Library interface is to click this button on the upper left, and you get back to this top-level view, and we see all the shelves and all the pages all at your fingertips. The next shelf is about measures, and each one is a set of measures that we want to display. If we go into one of these pages, inpatient volumes, we get this measures page. And if we want to know, if the user wants to know what is in this measure page, we have up in the upper right corner in the 3-dot menu, we have inline documentation as the first item. In this case, it's a video talking about measures. So let's go and see what is in it.
Measures dashboards provide visibility into the measures, also known as metrics or key performance indicators, that are the foundation of a dimensional insight analytics application. A measure is a quantitative value that can be summarized in various ways for analysis, comparisons, and visualization.
Thank you, George. So from there, the user can get a sense of what's in the page. Here on the left, we have a set of measures. If we want to look at IP inpatient surgical cases, we can just click on that, and then we will get a set of numbers for different time ranges: daily, rolling 7 days, month to date, last completed month. If we decide that we want to be doing this on a regular basis, we have in the upper right-hand corner, Add to My Dashboard, which gives the user an ability to customize a page with this metric. So we can hit Add to My Dashboard and then pick the time ranges that we want to put into place. In this case, last completed month and rolling 12 months, and then hit Submit. And then what it does is it creates a page with these things as stamps in it, showing the IP surgical cases for both the last completed month and then also for the rolling 12 months. And what we will see is that this page now appears in the shortcut shelf. The shortcut shelf is a shelf at the very top of the My Library interfaces with the customized pages that have been added either through the dashboard or through shortcuts. And we will see more of that as we go. The next shelf that we have is dimensions, and that will be used if you want to do analysis across one of the dimensions that you are looking at in your data. So we can pick admins discharges, and we see along the top a whole set of different dimensions that we can be analyzing our data. So if we pick primary financial class, we will see a whole set of different types of patients in terms of how they're getting paid for. And if we decide that we want to do analysis on this, we can go in and change focus and pick a set of dimension values. In this case, if we want to be looking at insurance companies, we can pick the insurance companies that we see here: United, Aetna, and Cigna, and hit OK. And then we will see that there are 3,500 total admissions. And if we pick on the group, we see that these values are represented here on the right-hand side. And if we decide that we want to go into just one insurer, like Blue Cross, we can click on the Blue Cross and just get their metrics, admissions, average length of stay, their populations, and just have it be the display. Again, if we feel like this is something that we want to have as a custom page, we can just go up to this Add Shortcut button and click on it, and it takes this page and brings it in as a shortcut, so that if the user wants to go back, they can always come back later and then bring it up as a shortcut. Again, clicking on the top left gives us the My Library interface, and then we can go for ad hoc reports. Now, ad hoc reports will be there if you want to create a customized report with some analysis going on that you may want to do either immediately or maybe for later. So we can go in, pick population, and take a look at a display right now that shows total admissions month to date through our various hospitals. And if we want to take that and turn it into a different report, we can go into that by hitting the three-dot menu and pick Edit. And this gives us a set of dimensions, summaries, dive dimensions that we can decide to customize. So if I decide I want a new report where I'm not looking at facility, but I want to look at service line, I can take facility, drag it over to back to the available dimensions, and then pick service line. And then if I want to add summary columns based on population, then we can decide take these population columns and then drag them over one at a time. AMI, COPT, HF, came up, and okay, drag and drop there. Yeah, and STK, PN, HF, and let me try to sort this a little bit in terms of where it is. Okay, there we got that. Hit OK, and we get a new report with these new columns, the various service lines. If we take COPD and we decide to sort down on it, we can do some analysis on it, and we see that most of the COPD patients are pulmonary, which makes complete sense. Now, if we decide that we want to put this analysis in as a shortcut, we can go up here and hit the shortcut button. It's been added as a shortcut, and we see that population shows up here. And then finally, if we want to do really advanced analysis, then we can go in and click Advanced Analytics, which brings up ProDiver. And here we go. It brings it up on a C-base that has been defined, and it gives us all the good old analysis and power of ProDiver is now at the fingertips of an advanced analyst who can go in, dive to his or her heart's content, and go from there. So finally, what have we seen here that will increase adoption for your users? One of which is the shortcuts here, because if they want to go into any page that they've customized, you can go in and hit bring it up, and it brings this previous page up. If you another thing is every item, every page is here at your fingertips with one click. You don't have to go down several layers of menus to find anything. Everything is at a top level and very easy for navigation. And finally, if we go into certain pages, you will find that you have inline documentation that the user can use to understand what they're looking at. And you can work on creating this documentation and really explaining what these pages are so that the user can really make use of this information. So get back to our My Library, and now it's back to you, Fred.